Here he comes, here he comes. And now introducing the coach for the Big Dogs, Michael DePiero.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How's it feel to be back in the playoffs?
Feels great. Last year was a disappointment. The guys were down, we were down as an organization. Put it together back this year. Back on top of the division. Back as the #1 seed. We feel really good about it.
Can Campbell win a championship, and is there a quarterback controversy?
Well, between him and Jake, we've been riding Jason all year. He's done a decent job for us, mostly early on. He struggled a little bit as of late. Hey, Jason's won a championship before in this league. There's no reason why he can't do it again. But we still like Jake, and we'll have our decision by Thursday or Friday.
Can you beat the Sicilian Villains by 60 back-to-back weeks?
Well, beating any team back-to-back is tough in this league. They're a good team. They're a damn good team. And they were on a tear earlier in the year. They fell off a little bit, but they still have the firepower with Jennings, Favre, those guys. And we put up a great number last week, and especially last night with Mario and Andre. But we feel good playing them.
Is your trip to the title game set with the win this week?
The win this week, meaning we'll play the winner of the Gators and Whipped Like Butter. We beat them both this year, but nothing's guaranteed in this league.
What does Andre Johnson mean to this team?
Oh, well, Andre's a pleasure to coach. He's a pleasure to be around. He's the first guy in the building in the morning. He's the last guy to leave at night. He's in the weight room. He's in the film room. He's an absolute pleasure. Great kid.
Will the undefeated playoff streak continue?
Well, we sure hope so. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that was 2 years ago. That was a wonderful team we brought into the playoffs 2 years ago, and 3 years ago before that. And hopefully yes, but we'll see what happens.
Compare this #1 seeded team to 06's.
I think this team has a little more moxie to it. I think this team gets a great performance when it needs it, more than the 06 team, which just steamrolled everybody. People were more scared of that team than this team.
Looking at the whole playoff picture, who scares you?
Well, just to get to the playoffs means any team could put up a great number any week. I mean, hell, even Scott could put up 200. The Long Dicks put up 190 or something like that, back-to-back weeks before a little trip up last week. Newcastle, they're in the 150s and 60s, 70s every week. Mia can go off with those two great receivers she has. The Gators, you can't count out Manning. Peterson with Vinny. It's a really deep group of teams this year's playoffs. Is that it?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
What am I doing, Stop?
Long Dicks coach Matt DePiero. Explain your team's weak effort last week.
Yeah, I just felt we clinched the playoff spot. They didn't have that fire in them.
Is the 0-3 career playoff record a concern for Long Dicks?
I don't think so. I think it gives us more of an attitude. We want to win. Makes us more hungrier.
How's Clinton feeling?
He's fine. He's a warrior. Plays weak. He's hurt. His knee, his shoulder, his neck. It just shows how he's a Pro Bowl type running back.
Can Sean Hill lead this team to a championship?
Of course he can. Long Dicks never had a quarterback. We play with defense, you know, bunch of character guys.
And you also never won a championship.
What?
You also never won a championship.
Yeah, we like to grind it out with our running backs and try to win with what we have as quarterback.
What does Anquan Bolden mean to this team?
Yeah, he's just another part of the puzzle.
Do you regret the Chad Pennington for Calvin Johnson trade at all?
No, not at all. I think we needed a receiver. We had a few. They were all #3 receivers pretty much as fantasy-wise, but Calvin Johnson stepped in. He won us a game, I think, first week. We don't really need Chad to have a guest on.
Could you talk a little bit about the Diesels? Any respect for them at all?
Yeah, we played them early in the year. I think they beat us. I don't know by how much. Or we need to look at that film and work on what happened.
Is there anyone out of the Mia 3 Newcastle matchup you would rather face if you advance?
No, I'll face either one. Both the same type of team. They both put up points. That's about it.
Thank you, Coach. Up next is Diesel's coach, Scott Kamara. Kamara.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
Coach Kamara, congratulations on the South, first of all.
Thank you. Come on.
How's it feel to be back in the playoffs after a two-year drought?
It feels good. It feels good. We won the division. There's a lot of haters in our division, except for one in particular. But she votes for me, I vote for her, so that's how we keep it in our division. Nice and tight between the two teams. Not mentioning the other haters in the division, but you know who you are.
What changed from when your team started 1-4 and finished up 7-1?
We brought a lot of key players in. I brought Wes Welker in. Who else? Brady Quinn went to the helm then. He won. Winslow started picking it up. Westbrook, Derek Ward. You know, the team is it's all around pretty much solid. See how it goes this week, and that's it. Take it from there.
Will there be any quarterback standing for your team by Sunday?
Standing.
You lost Quinn, you lost Anderson. Garcia's 39 years old.
We'll see how far he takes us. That's it.
Is Wes Welker going to play?
No comment. Next.
Explain with all these injuries your team's lack of depth and why you're having these problems so late.
No comment.
What's your plan for beating the Long Dicks?
My plan?
Your plan, Coach.
Pain.
Does Westbrook playing the Giants offset Porter's playing Baltimore at all?
Both good defenses. Gotta see how it turns out.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.